them off here.
Peak. All right, well, there's Mello, Geeter.
More about me, Mike.
How you guys doing? DeAndre. Free throws.
You got Mello here.
AD is, there's AD.
AD is on the way.
Shooting with Bron. Yeah, he's here. Shout out to Savvy the Amusing.
Yeah.
Anybody? Let's go see who's over there. Talon getting some up.
I won't even try to get my IG live going. It would pale in comparison to yours.
We got Ellington on the other end. Bazemore. And there's Rondo. With Russ. Westbrook and Rondo. Sean, I don't think every game, but we'll certainly do some in the mix, for sure. Raider the dog, you know that. There's LeBron. Getting some up.
How's the first two practices been for you?
Sure, two. Shit. I only had one. It felt like two.
Okay.
But the best of my ability to make sure that, AD and Brian, whoever's in the pick and roll, are put in positions to be successful. That's a part of my job. And like AD mentioned, we've had many conversations today and passive open shots and looks in different ways where we can make the game easy for each other. And that's strictly what we're trying to do. And with that comes sacrifice and figuring out the best solution for the team.
LeBron, kind of going off your first day school vibes, I can appreciate that as a father of girls who just recently went through that.
Yeah, for sure.
What's day two been like? You guys having fun? You loving your classmates, your teachers? What's the vibe?
No, absolutely. It's just it's all part of the process, and continue to work our habits. Continue to emphasize what we want to do, both offensively and defensively, but just building the culture of how we want to play Laker basketball this season. So. Good 2 days so far.
I know since the Russ deal went down, you guys have spent a lot of time together talking about what it would look like. I know you've been Olympic teammates, all-star games. Just what have you picked up over the last 2 days? We always hear about his kind of relentless competitive fire. Has that been on display?
Of course. And so it's nothing that he's showing me that I didn't already know. We've been competing and been, like you said, teammates of his on all-star games and Olympic team. Just know the fierce competitor he is, but such a great teammate as well, communicator. And we always just constant dialogue how we can be better for one another, but also for the greater team.
Mike?
LeBron, any of the new guys, I know you know the whole league, right? You watch all the teams play, but anybody that's come in and you've seen, oh yeah, I like the way that this might fit with what we do, we being the guys that have been here. How is that starting to come to a head after just a couple of practices?
I mean, I would say K9, Bays, and DJ. They've picked up some things. Obviously, Rondo and Dwight kind of,
right.
They already kind of know our system, so that goes without saying. But I think Bays, K9, and DJ has been playing really good ball for us, but just learning our system pretty fast, and so that's great to have.
And then I wanted to ask you about transition. So you guys led the league in fast break points 2 years ago. It was right there with Toronto. Last year it took a step back for a number of different reasons. Just wondered how much of a point of emphasis that is, how much that is dictated by you guys, how much Frank wants it in, Russ's inclusion, all that. Like, how do you think that'll impact the team this year?
Well, we definitely want to get back to run. I think that's the best part that we can do this year is our ability to get on a run. I mean, obviously Russ is always top 5 in pace in our league, so being able to use that and use that to our advantage is going to be beneficial to our overall offense.
Okay.
Carmelo brought up the 2004 Olympic team, and he said that if we weren't to win it with this team, we would feel like that team where we got the bronze. How do you manage like the belief factor in a new roster versus like trying to like avoid the expectation pressure?
I mean, if you know me, it's all about the work that we put in, and it's day to day. Every day we just try to get better and better. And it's all about the process. I don't get them too far ahead of me because I love the process of working towards trying to get to the ultimate goal. But you have to put in the work every day. So we are in a good place 2 days into the season. I would say that.
Your first year in Miami, there was a ton of anticipation around the league for that roster. Can you compare the feeling of this roster to that at all, or is it completely different?
Well, I mean, it's a different feeling, but there's just a lot of excitement around our league in general. It's a lot of great teams out there, a lot of great players, and we happen to have some really good players on our team, and hopefully we can come together as a team to where we can all showcase our talent for the greater team, because that's the most important.
Kyle.
Maybe transitioning from Miami, you're back to number 6 this year, which is obviously a number you wore there and a number you wore in practice. What was the thinking behind that change, and is there anything different in terms of your mentality that goes with that?
It's just it's always been a part of me, to be honest. 6 has a lot of meaning to me, not only from like my family and numbers and things of that nature, to what I believe in and things of that sort. But my mentality doesn't change. Going out, being an overall basketball player, trying to dominate at all facets of the game, and being a great teammate and being a great leader. Obviously, you can tell I've been yelling over the last couple of days. Just trying to implement everything as my voice is deteriorating as the minutes go on, but that's a good thing.
Is that a competitiveness thing? Is that a like, hey guys, here's how we do it here kind of thing?
A little bit of all, a little bit of everything.
Last 2. Dan.
Hey, LeBron.
What's up, Dan?
Sorry. A couple summers ago, your plate was like incredibly full. Obviously, you had movie stuff, you had more than road stuff, you had, it's a never-ending cycle, right? Was there more time to unplug before this season? You talked about a mental refresh a little bit. Was there more time for just sort of you and nothing this summer, all things considered? And are you feeling that at all?
I got a little bit of time for just me, but I had a movie that came. The movie that I was shooting 2 years ago dropped this year, so I had to do a lot of stuff for that. But I do a lot of other things. But I did get an opportunity to get some me time, some family time, some friends time. Recalibrate, recenter myself. I took advantage of the time that we had off, just away from the game, while at the same time putting in my work and coming into camp in the best shape I can be in to this point of the season.
Have you felt a tangible difference in these first 2 practices versus last year?
Say that again.
Felt like a tangible difference, in these 2 practices versus those first 2 last year when you guys are 75 days removed or something like that?
Yeah, it's just the energy, energy alone. Last year after coming off the bubble, it literally took everything away from you. Any little bit of energy that you had, it was completely gone when we left there. So, to come back into the season with the quick start that we had, kind of the life of the party was a little bit just like, it was kind of stale, rightfully so. Guys didn't get an opportunity to have a mental break. You could definitely feel the energy shift a lot more in, this season, the first two practices compared to last.
Last question, Alan.
Hey, LeBron. Hey, just curious. I know there's probably a number of goals before you get to the season starting. There's specific one or two that you key on specifically for yourself this stage of your career between now and when the regular season starts?
I think it would be, getting back into playing shape. Like, I feel great. I got my body in, like I said, the best possible chance to be in the best shape I can be. But there's no simulation for once you get out on the floor and you start going 5-on-5. You got other grown men leaning and bumping on you and, hanging on you and things of that nature. So getting my win, that's one, and then getting my rhythm while long still doing that. So, obviously, talk with the coach, with Coach Vogel, talk with Mike Mancias and the training staff on, how we, balance out the preseason, things of that nature where I can get some rest, but also at the same time get in rhythm, get my win too. So.
How's the first two practices been for you?
Sure, two. Shit. Only had one. It felt like two, but no, it was good. Good energy. We figuring things out. But it was a good day. Get some time to rest and come back for the second one.
Chemistry is really an interesting thing. How long do you think it'll take you to kind of feel like you know everything in the system and the team?
I'm not sure. We taking day by day. We figuring each other out, figuring out what we are, and we'll figure that out throughout. That's what the season's for. We know we got one ultimate goal, and that's to win the championship. And through that process, it's going to be adversity. We just going to make sure that throughout it, we stay connected, stay communicating with each other.
Mike?
Hey, Anthony, just wondering how the offseason, you actually had the 4 months this time after having the 2 last time. Can you feel that already? Like in the first practice, is your body starting to feel a different way as you head into the season?
Yeah, for sure. And not just me, I think all of us.
Yeah.
All of us feel great. We feel good. We're flying up and down the floor. Where we kind of took it slow last year because we had that short offseason. But me personally, I feel great. Body feels great. Ready to go.
And then Russ, just to kind of follow up on that, all the ideas that you had, right, about this team and talking to AD, talking to LeBron, once you actually get on the floor in the team concept, like how much of what you thought might be out there are you seeing in that?
I see a lot more now. A lot more things that we can do with each other and just, so many different options. And, man, we're going to figure it out. I just can't wait to get on the floor when the season starts, with these guys and just have fun. Ultimately, that's the ultimate goal when you play this game. A lot of times people get caught up in all the hoopla and everything else and forget to have fun. And the ultimate goal is to have fun with each other, create a brotherhood, and win a championship.
All right, Kyle? Russ, yesterday Rondo said that when you guys are on the floor, you guys want to destroy each other. How do you see that competitive level manifest in this practice throughout the whole roster, not just you two?
I think it's good, man. We got a bunch of guys in this league that's been competing for a long time, and it's the reason why a lot of these guys are Hall of Famers. And competing and having a competitive spirit is a part of our practice, part of our DNA. It's going to be a part of our team and our mindset and pushing each other each and every day.
Any fiery moments today in particular? Or?
Every day.
Yeah. That's what we do. I mean, that's how we get better. Just competing against each other and talking shit and all that. So, that's what we are. We got a lot of shit talkers on the team. So
starting with you.
No.
No.
So it's gonna be a great year for sure.
Dan?
Do you sing all your trash talk? No,
I was one night only. That's it.
One night only. When I retire, I might go on tour, but no.
What do you think? That wasn't my real question. What do you think defensively the identity of this team can be? I know you guys lost a lot of kind of defensive-minded players and stuff like that. How is that going to change?
Myself, Russ, Bron, Doe, Dwight, DJ. Taylor, Nunn, we got some defensive-minded guys and guys who want to play defense. And it kind of just bays and it goes, offensive to our things that we've been doing, the past couple of years is, trying to be a defensive-minded team, being the #1 defense in the league. And, even though we lost those guys, we can get back to our ways. And even the guys that over the years been known as, struggling on defense, buying into the system, helping them, having their backs and coming together as one on the defensive end.
Russ,
But I think we can be a great
I was gonna
defensive
say,
team.
what is it like as a defensive guard knowing you've got AD on the court, knowing that maybe it's AD and DeWitt or AD and DJ?
Yeah, I mean, it's a luxury. We actually was talking about it today on just changing my mind mentality. Having those guys is just a blanket in the back that you can always count on, and it's to do my job and make sure I get into the ball and defend to the best of my ability. And I know those guys gonna have my back just like I have theirs.
And another thing on that, it gives our guards, more confidence to pressure the ball, knowing that we back there. So the more we can, as bigs, kind of anchor the defense, it gives them enough confidence to go out there and smother the ball.
Dave? Russ, do you prefer Russell or Russell?
Russ is cool.
Russell.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Who?
you played with one of the best.
Russell?
Russ or Russell?
Oh. They said, have you heard of Russell?
No. Never heard of
that.
Trying to stab.
No, I didn't know who that was.
So you don't like Anthony?
Yeah, I don't like Anthony.
I don't call that. All right.
So, Russ, you played with one of the best 7-footers of all time, Kevin Durant. What type of 7-footer is
Well, I'm not 7 foot, so I don't know.
Big man.
Yeah, I mean,
just the thought of getting to play.
Yeah, I mean, AD is a special talent, and obviously, the whole world knows it, and the league knows it. One of a kind. There's nobody like him that can do everything that he's able to do at his size, and my job is to make sure I continue to push him each day, each practice, each game, so he can be at the top of his game each and every night. He's been in this league a long time, so he understands how to play the game. He knows when he needs to turn up, and I know now he wants to turn up. So it's my job to make sure that that's up every single night.
And AD, how do you take it from a teammate like Russ or Rajon when he was here? We talked about that too. Like him, someone who kind of is trying to encourage you, push you. How do you receive that from teammates?
I mean, it's good. I like teammates who are going to push me. The encouraging, I don't need to be encouraged. I want to be pushed. You know what I'm saying? Like I want guys to, tell me when I'm messing up. Me and Russ had numerous conversations just in this first practice alone, about things that we can do together as a duo when we're both on the floor. So, that's what I want. And I got 6, 7 guys that's doing that. Russ, Bron, Doe, Mel, DJ, Dwight. Like I got numerous guys that's always in my ear about things. So you can't ask for more as a player to who wants to get better.
All right, we'll do the last two. We'll start with Bill.
Hey guys, whenever superstars get together, sacrifice gets thrown around a lot as a term. What does that mean with this group? I mean, in what ways do each of you need to adjust your games, or what kind of sacrifices do you see yourselves making to make this all have the ultimate payoff?
We just in this first practice, we passed up a lot of shots, to find the next guy, and that might be over sacrificing, but we try to make the right plays. But I don't think anyone on this team have an ego. No one on this team is trying to be selfish, and it looks good on the floor for the first day. Guys are doing the right things, making the right plays, and most importantly, guys are coming to work. This was a great first couple hours of practice, and I think sacrifice is going to be huge for us. And we talked about it yesterday. We talked about it this morning, and it's shown in the first practice.
All right, we'll end with Yogo.
Hey Russ, you've had a lot of success in the pick and roll in your career, but doing so without playing with an all-star center. Now that you're playing with AD, what type of weapon is that for you in the pick and roll, and just kind of the chemistry that you guys have had?
It's the ultimate weapon. You got the ultimate weapon. It's my job is to utilize it the best of my ability to make sure that AD and Brian, whoever's in the pick and roll, are put in positions to be successful. That's a part of my job. And like AD mentioned, we've had many conversations today and passed up open shots and looks in different ways where we can make the game easy for each other. And that's strictly what we're trying.